got about 10 minutes to boot up your stream.
Awaiting instructions.
Construction complete. Not enough luminite.
Oh, it's booted up? Oh, let's go. Okay.
Command processing.
Good morning.
Right.
Time and ready.
Okay.
Not enough luminite. Not enough luminite.
Nody. Hello, young BB. Good morning. Okay, now the ads should be done. Say hello. Why are you out of Nody Gang redeems? Because only one person. I think only one person can redeem Nody Gang, and you got it. You're the one person. I think say hello. Wait, yeah. So Nody Gang is once per stream, and then say hello is once per person. Yes, Nody, you're it. You're the one. Anyways, the bug that I'm trying to resolve here is when I use the upgrade, if I hold the upgrade button down, it repeats and you actually buy the upgrade twice. But you shouldn't be able to do that because it's repeatable is false. So I'm not understanding what is. Oh, I looked over. I had your stream still. I still had Jay's stream open, and I was like, "Why is he looking at my stream?" And I didn't realize that he raided me. Thank you for the raid, Mr. J. Hello, hello. Do 10 push-ups. That's the first thing you fucking do. Oh my. Mm-hmm. Make me work for the raid. Anyways, welcome to the Game Friends, says Young BB. Leroy at Young BB for some reason. Hello, Stylu. He knows this man. I always forget to move my camera back up after doing that. So that is 10 more push-ups that I can do. I don't believe you. I have full confidence that you can do more than 0. But anyways, just gonna show what I'm working on right now. I'm just working on making a map. I did not know you could do 10 push-ups that effortlessly. Okay, Young BB. All right, buddy. But anyways, I'm trying to figure out why, if I hold this button, it queues it up twice. So then I end up. I have it set to not repeatable, so I shouldn't be able to research the upgrade twice. But it's still doing it. How does one become as handsome as you, Leroy? How does one become you? You know, Leroy, you look at yourself, and you just imitate you, specifically Leroy. I can do about 8 kneeling push-ups in a row. That's pretty good. Eventually, that'll become 8 non-kneeling push-ups in a row. Yo, homie, what up? Hello, Rusty Shacky. How are you?
Conducting research.
Oh. Interesting. I can cancel the research, and now I can't restart it. Because now it's just gone for some reason, even though it should only remove it if it's in queue. But it's not in queue anymore. So I guess, I don't know. Do I just hope that people don't do these things? Because I don't know how to resolve this. What IDE is that? This is Cursor. So I asked. Also, I don't care about. I've determined that I don't mind doxing myself anymore because I've done it so many times that it's also just my first name, so it doesn't really matter. But on the right side we have the agent that I actually utilized today, but that's only for like the dumb stuff. I can't do it for too intelligent stuff. But anyways, I've actually been working on this like most of today, but I didn't want to stream because like I woke up feeling kind of sick, and I'm like feeling better, but still a little sick, I think. Probably will be fine after a normal night. I'm probably not gonna stay up as late today. Usually I stay up pretty late streaming, but okay. So there's 2 bugs that we need to resolve. The false repeatable is not working, and you can cancel the research, which means that you for some reason can't start the research again even though you've canceled it. So what is this? This is, check what this is, exactly what this is doing. What? You can't just say what out of nowhere. Kache XP 123. I might do less talking than normal because I think it's making me cough, which is kind of a boring stream. So I won't be offended if people go watch TJ Kanto, really, the other Stormgate streamer. What? JXP says. Jay, I need you to narrate everything I'm doing instead. Since we are a game friend, you can just say I'm just gonna be silent, and you can narrate what I'm doing in chat. I guess this is checking. This is okay. I guess because this says function call. No, wait, no. No, this is calling the function, I think. It's just weird to me that removing it from the queue doesn't set this back to 0. Because I think what it's doing, right, is it's checking how many tier 3, how many times I've researched this upgrade. Which now I'm thinking maybe I could just have a single upgrade that I can research multiple times, which might make more sense, but I've already gone down this route of having multiple upgrades, of having multiple tiers. Oh my god, Chat GPT, Chat JXP. This person is live streaming their work on game data files, probably defining abilities of editing JSON files. Dude, what did you even prompt Chat JXP with? Like, did you? Why is it now talking about wraiths? A wraith-like unit in a sci-fi RTS, probably Stormgate. Wraith snipe fire. Where does that come from? The configs follow a clean mod. Oh, you gave it a screenshot. Oh, I've yet to do that with ChatGPT. I'm pretty sick of AI stuff, not gonna lie. He's sick of Chat JXP or like, are you specifically talking about like AI brain rot? Because like I don't. I try to do the don't recommend. I try to press that button that says don't recommend this to me anymore. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, because sometimes it's kind of funny, but a lot of it's kind of disturbing. But AI in general, like this, I think this is good. This saved me effort. I could just watch Jay's stream while this stuff on the right side was processing. Like in general, I worked a lot of pushing AI tools on me. Vibe coding. Except like the vibes, you have to set the vibes. Like I had to write tier 2 and tier 3, and then I told it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I didn't even attempt trying to tell it what to do, but like, because I don't know, it's difficult to. I mean, because Stormgate's pretty niche, right? It's not difficult to get it to do what we want. Glug. Yeah, fair enough. A queer turtle. So, I think what are the things we can do? So I had the research time at like 0.1 earlier. So that'll resolve the being able to cancel the upgrade. You won't be able to cancel. I mean, like, I don't think anybody will be able to. They'd have to be trying to cancel the upgrade to get it to break. But also, like, it shouldn't do that, right? Like, I don't understand how this function works. I copied and pasted this from the big beautiful JSON. Roof. Gotcha. Good work, Jay. Keep it up. Uh, I find this so funny because Jay. I'm drowning. I don't know what Jay is doing, dude. He. What was it on Friday night when we played? Wait, it was. I don't know if it was a Friday night or if it was Droptimus's tournament. I think it was Friday night when we played Little Mech. Jay was just DMing me animal noises, like in between games that we were playing. All right, Jay. Jay can name all the he can imitate all the animals. Anybody name name a single animal that makes a noise, and Jay can tell you it. Like, Jay, what sound does manatee make? Proof or never happens. I'm not gonna show our DMs on stream because that's a violation of privacy. Imitate a turtle, please. Yes, please tell me what sound does a turtle make, Jay, over text. I'm sure you can make like the noise, because that's definitely what a turtle sounds like, right? So this should count. I guess I really don't understand why the repeatable thing isn't coming through. Like, if I set this to true, am I gonna be able to like repeat the ability a million times? They mostly hiss if they make any noise, unless they have. Oh, so that's what the comes from. That's where I've heard. That's the only turtle sound I've heard before. They are not very vocal. Okay, well, we only got 2 that time, so I guess it's only. Why is it only repeatable twice? God, when I press it once, it does it twice every time. I should have tried just clicking it instead of. Chick, chick, chick. Is that the manatee or the turtle? I guess it's the manatee, but why does a manatee make turtle? Okay, so we got 1. Pressing the button it's the repeat rate is too fast. It's like I can't even get it to. I can't get it to not trigger a second time. Sorry, this is the wrong file. I'm looking for this one. Yeah, so this is not the problem. I really just need this to update faster, but I don't understand how normal upgrades do it, right? Because if I press the hotkey for a normal upgrade, right, it like this is Heaven Step, by the way. Short dash upgrade is the Argent upgrade. And this is the only aspect that controls whether the upgrade shows up or not. And this is whether you can research it or not. So I guess we could look at oh, this is the file I was looking for. I guess it was already open. Wait. Count in Hello, hello, thanks. Do you pay for Cursor or anything, by the way? I do not. I'm using the free version. I've run out of my free 2 weeks or something, free 1 week trial. And so I think if I use anything, like, I mean, I'm not really using that much of the agent, but I think, like, I think I'm gonna get bottlenecked, if I use it any more than what I've already used it today. I wish to use YAML instead of JSON. Yeah, I think Thanks was talking about how he was considering writing a JSON to YAML and then like conversion back and forth, I'd imagine. Or was it Thanks or was it maybe it's Turlaw. Somebody in the Discord was mentioning it. It was Thanks? Okay. Wait, I thought you were rich. All right, Jay. Yeah, you also think I don't wash my hands. Crazy guy. I feel like we should also take into account, maybe it should like count in queue upgrades, but again, I look back at this, right? Like, why? I guess I should look at the wait, I did it in history here somewhere. Screw it. ID short. Actually, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find. Using Celestial as an example is all these using everything as examples is kind of funky because they have all the original names. Like let me look for. I'm looking for the force projector. I think that is the Guardian Nexus because initially it was the force projector and then they changed it and they just haven't updated the IDs. At least they don't use Toml. I don't know. I'm unfamiliar with Toml. Jay, since you're so rich with all those bits, can you purchase Cursor for me? That would be much appreciated. Then we'd have this game in no time. I'm kidding. It probably wouldn't help that much, to be honest, having the full version, having the paid version of Cursor for this. But I guess I haven't really like pushed it to its limits. I usually don't use it, to be honest. I need to like blow my nose, but what am I doing? So force projector. So I mean, it's repeatable is false, as it should be, right? This is the caster. Repeatable is false. What are the differences here? The only difference here, right, is like I'm using top bar, which I can't imagine that would cause a difference, but it could. Tom's obvious minimal language. It's common for config files. Is this where like Tom's hardware or something that like that forum, that website this comes from? Is also Tom? I mean, I like how it specifies what the type is. Oh, wait, is this the type? No, it's not the type. This is just the name of the variable. Is that what it's? Yeah, okay, never mind. I don't know. It kind of just seems like Python. But it's a data format though, instead of, a whole language. It's often used for configuring Python projects. So, okay. That makes sense. PyProject.toml. I should probably be a little bit more careful when clicking random links, but so how does this work? Why do I get it multiple times? So if we look at this button, I don't think this is going to tell us anything, but like, I don't think it's tied to the button. So this is the upgrade. Maybe the ability has something. Maybe it has something to do with the ability. I don't think so. I'm not. I don't know why I can cast it twice. Is this like? Is this the .7 release of Stormgate? Yeah, it's now you can only play Stormgate via text editor. You have to like type in all your builds, and it's a bad joke. It wouldn't make any sense to use Tomo. Oh, I have no idea. I took your word for it. Actual 1.0 experience. Yeah, this is actually 1.0. This is how Frost Giant intended for us to play Stormgate. Okay, but I guess what I could do, right, we were looking at this. I could also change it to count in progress upgrade. So there's like in queue and there's in progress. I'm curious why these aren't like the same function, or why the default, like why the other upgrades that they have in the game don't do this. Or maybe it's just not a bug anybody's run into. Like, has anybody tried like researching an upgrade multiple times? If I here, let me set my money to something higher here, and then try to research Heaven Step twice. Do you need anything else for do you need tier 2 for Heaven Step? Do I need to make this a tier 2 arc ship? Very different route than what I expected, but pleased with the risky decision. It's not a bug, bro. It's a feature. We actually turned Stormgate. We turned Stormgate into a text editor only. Oh. That doesn't happen in the base game, right? Why does this, like, wait, let me log into the real game. Because if you cancel the upgrade, I'm pretty sure you can get it back. I don't know what map this is, but I picked Vanguard. I guess we could test it with Vanguard too, right? Just any upgrades. Is this the Lost Temple? It is the Lost Temple.
Not enough luminite.
I guess I didn't need to make workers. I'm really just trying to get... What's the fastest upgrade? Is it dog? No, it's one of the exo. I guess it doesn't matter which of those I pick, but
Systems nominal.
Construction complete. Not enough luminite.
Construction commencing.
I wonder how the Stormgate employees are making maps and triggers. I assume they aren't manually editing JSON files. They're definitely not. There is a data editor, but it's just not... My understanding is that it's not sanitized for public use. And, I mean, editing the JSON is not the intended workflow, for sure. Oh, what the hell? If I research these, they come back. Okay, if I look at kinetic redirection, is that the name of it? Redirection. Upgrade. Oh, wait. Upgrade. No, it doesn't. Requirement. No. What is it called? I guess we can just cycle through this. Is this the upgrade? Lancer Revenge buff base? No. This the buff. Maybe that's not what it's called. Okay, let me look at the biokinetics lab. Let me rechat a little bit. My understanding is that they have the data editor for triggers. And it's similar to the StarCraft and Warcraft editors, but I'm not really familiar with those editors. But I think trigger wise, I think like it's pretty visual. Like you're not really typing code. It's like, I assume it's like a drag and drop, like, or like you click like through drop down menus for like, oh, this function does this, and you can plug in these values. Whoop, Rusty Shacky, whoop. Fast Giant has an old editor that has triggers in UI. Yeah. I'm not really sure like what. Oh, it's faster. Oh, okay. I guess it's faster, and I assumed it was like. I assumed it was less safe, like, but I don't like for public consumption, but that also makes sense, like speed. If it's like just a really slow editor, I don't know. I think if they had a slow editor, they should have just released it a long time ago. Like it would have been a pain in the ass, but I don't think like the editor is not like a product that needs to be perfect, in my opinion. Probably was level. That's yeah. Probably a lot of aspects. I don't know. I don't think anybody really knows. Oh, it's called the Munitions Factory. Oh, okay. This is the Riker version of the BK Lab. Is this the default version? Munitions Factory, and then we're looking for the upgrade, which is Mitigative Guard. No, Lancer Revenge upgrade. Oh, Mitigative Guard is the tier 3 Lancer upgrade. This is the. We're gonna look at Munitions Factory research. We're looking at the. What? I didn't copy it. Wait. Research. Why is this not coming up with anything? Oh, I didn't put another parentheses. And we're looking for this one, the Lancer Revenge requirement learn. I don't get it. There's something different about, or maybe there's something that I'm missing here. Where like this is the same function that's being used in regular Stormgate, and for some reason when I cancel upgrades, it doesn't let me research it. Burger King lab, the BK lab. Someone's gonna inject some / drop table users. Exactly, the SQL injection. They're gonna make us watch disturbing videos on the arcade. Lancer fast runny one revenge. Pretty sure. No, I mean I'm not looking for the upgrade. I'm just trying to understand. I mean I was looking for the upgrade, but I was looking for the upgrade to understand why. In my game, when I research an upgrade and then I cancel it, it doesn't. It's no longer researchable. But I have all the same. In fact, even the default, right. So I put down a. Guardian Nexus, and it's not like if I start a research and then I cancel it, I can no longer research it. So there's something that I'm missing, maybe with initialization here. Or maybe it's that maybe it's that I don't have an opponent, so the game is just over. What was this before? This was AI. Let me change it to AI. Stand. Team 0. Okay, let me change this back to Team 1. Sounds like something got hecked up. Heck! There's something behind the scenes. Alright, well, I get an opponent. Okay, so now I have an opponent. And then if I research and then cancel, no, I can't. Oh, interesting. Wait, was this the behavior that was happening earlier? Where, I mean, this is still not like. Oh. Okay, so I don't click on the Guardian Nexus to upgrade anything, right? But if I quick macro, I think it is what I was pointing out earlier. I think this function, count in progress, I think this is in the quick macro probably, because you can activate it from 2 different places. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. We should step back from that ledge game for Oh, game friend. I didn't know that the real words is my friend. I don't know. I'm not very good at remembering lyrics. I just know the music part of it. Words are hard. They are. But yeah, this is not making a whole lot of sense. But I think actually I don't care about that. I don't know why I spent so much time looking at that, because I just made the research time to really short. I could make it instant too. I just worry that if I make it instant, right? Actually, let me try making it instant. What is this? That's the that's a banana slug. I didn't draw that though. I throw balls far. You want good words? Data languager. Are you a baseball player? The Brandon 456? Mr. Studios? What was I doing? Oh. Okay, so yeah, I just get 2 of them. I don't want 2 of the upgrade. Rick and Morty reference. Oh, I don't I think I've watched all the Rick and Morty. I do not remember that though. I throw balls far. You want good words, data language. It doesn't ring a bell. Understand. I wanted research time to be a little bit, like some amount of time, so that way you don't accidentally upgrade twice if you have the money. I mean, typically you're not gonna have the money, but the really important part here is that it's casting. It's happening twice, and I don't really know how to resolve that. Passing comment from Jessica's BF. I never was hard. You want good words? Gotcha. Is that Kappa HD? I was like, why does he look so high res? Or he looks in color, right? Isn't it normally black and white? Yeah. Oh, small Kappa. Mini K. How do we get this to only trigger once? We could test it with other upgrades. Like if we wait, is this what I want to do? Well, yeah, I mean we can try this. Let's add this as an ability. It's gonna have the wrong button, but this we'll put this on slot 2. And we'll just try that. See if it does it for all abilities. Wow, look at all those emotes. I don't know how I have these. I don't know. They're pretty high res though. I was gonna say maybe it's from the hype train that you've been starting up on Jay's stream. Oh, I need the BK Lab. I don't understand. Prime, you don't say. Oh. Oh my goodness, Jay with 25 bits. Thank you, thank you. As Jay says, I feel blessed.
Conducting research. Conducting research.
What is it? Okay, but if I research it from here, it does it once.
Conducting research.
But if I do it from the top bar,
Research.
it gives me 2 of them.
Conducting research.
Are there like, could there be 2 top bars maybe? But if I do another ability, it only does this once. Because I subtracted 1 here, so that's guaranteed. Like it's just these upgrades for some reason that are triggering twice. It's not ability data. It's upgrade data that's triggering twice. Because here I have the refresh button, which is ability data, and then this is upgrade data. So I mean, this didn't. I can get rid of this because this didn't solve anything. Okay, I'm just gonna try adding this other function, the count in progress. Let me verify what it normally is though. So count in queue. Let me look at chat. Jay's passing the bits forward. He's passing it along. Bag of memes. The cow emoji. I don't think passing the bits forward is very efficient. Twitch will double tax. Is that? How does that work? Like, does it count as income? So Jay gets taxed on some amount of bits that he gets, and then he's using the bits to give it to me, and so I get taxed on those bits as well. So buying bits costs more than bits are worth. Right. So I think both Twitch and the US are just getting more money by passing bits around. Invest those right back into the New York villa. Yeah. Can you handle that for me, Rusty Shacky? Thanks. Are those the bits that were left over from your jerky purchase? Jay went and got jerky and he didn't share it with the class? SMH my hands. Bezos would take what he can get. That wedding won't pay for itself. This is how we pay down the $25 trillion deficit. We just trade bits back and forth, and eventually we'll be in the green or neutral or whatever. A non-deficit. We're doing our part to pay down the deficit. Actually, if I look at the requirement, well, no, God damn. I keep falling into this trap, right? We have exactly the same thing. Or sorry, we don't have the same thing, but we have the same issue even with the default upgrades. Is that they're triggering twice if it's in the top bar. $35? That thing. Deficit is the yearly shortfall. Oh, $35 trillion debt. That makes sense. I didn't even consider that deficit is a yearly, or is a timely thing. So I don't think I can add. Wait, can I add more? I definitely can add more checks. I just I don't. Okay, if we can look at this requirement here. There's multiple checks here. Interesting. So you can nest the left and the operator and the right. Wait, where is it? I guess this is the right. So it's checking that it's not in the queue and that we've. Oh, you can queue both the upgrades up. Okay. Wait, what is the count in queue or better upgrade of type? I guess this is just. I feel like this is redundant, or I don't understand what this is doing. Because if it's better upgrade of type, this should just count, and we're already looking at that. I don't know. I think I just don't understand what that function does. Define gravity. Okay, so I think what we want here is to replace this, or take this and replace this. Let me get the name of this tier 2 upgrade, and we're gonna replace upgrade data here. So the player should have tier 2 upgrade, or should not have tier 2 upgrade at this point in queue, and it should also not have tier 2 upgrade in progress. So this should also be 0 equals 0. I think that sounds reasonable. And we're gonna try it. My guess is that the refresh rate for the top bar is faster than the refresh rate for quick macro and actually like getting these upgrades. So if I hit control Q, oh, we got it twice again. So that's not what we want. Why are the buildings placed at an angle? Because I have the setting randomized angle and I haven't turned it off. Randomized rotation. So they're just random. They're just different. They look wrong, don't they? And also, I learned that the Arc ship, it's two different things. It's the ground version, or the, I mean, back when it used to be the ground or the air version, right? Like, I mean, that made sense, but they still have the ground version. And really what it is, right, is that when you make an Arc ship, it's the ground version, but it instantly goes up. It's interesting. So this didn't fix anything. It didn't break anything there. Yeah, let me delete the, let me go into my folders. I said I didn't care about doxing myself, but but I guess I care a little bit. So I went and deleted the built files just in case if there's an issue there. Oh, that's true? What's true? What's true, Jay? Why is it not working? Why are we getting two of them? The requirement. Oh, wait. I'm still, okay. Well, I wonder if it should go into can use. Like, you can show it, but Uh, wait, where is it? What is? Let's actually let's just undo this. So we have this. Actually, let me copy this over. Wait, we can go one more. Yeah. And put this under. No, that doesn't work. I can't copy this into the can use because can use is different. The format's a little bit different. So instead, let's copy this over to the left. So this goes inside the brackets. Did you know that the guy who sings this song is fucking is the guy from Stranger Things? Is Steve Harrington? I did not know this until like a couple days ago. I saw on TikTok that. Did you know? I did not know. 11? No, the guy who works in the ice cream shop or whatever is Steve Harrington. This guy, the actor, Joe Keery, is the guy who sings this song. The one guy in Stranger, the guy, you know, the guy. Did you know? I didn't know that this guy makes music. And it's good music. Hair guy, exactly. Back in Chicago, a feeling. So essentially, we're just saying, I can do the upgrade if it's not in progress already. Unlock tier 2, not already in progress. I feel like it should also be like this one too. I feel like both of these should be here, like just by thinking about it, but it obviously works for the other upgrades. It's pretty good music, it is. 80s teen heartthrob hair guy. There's a poll once. Who were the best mom? And Steve won that. That's a good poll. It's still queuing twice. And like I mean, like if I click it right, it does it once. But if I like just tap the button, it's going to activate twice for people if I use the top bar. Interesting fact, game friend, but I've seen Stranger Things before. Good one, Rusty Shacky. How do I? Okay, like his hands. Are you saying my hands are Stranger Things, Jay? Okay, so I don't know. Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, I just move it off the top bar. The other aspect of this is that 9 times out of 10, nobody's gonna have enough money to buy the upgrade twice. That's not true though, because if it gets cheap enough, if people stay on tier 1, I don't want to move it to quick macro though, because then it's hiding under a menu. I really want it to be on the top bar. Interesting bug you're having, but stranger things have happened. Oh my goodness! Thank you, Rusty Shacky. Thank you, Jay. Any more animal noises from you, Jay? Huh? Who? I was thinking maybe we have a second top bar guy, a second top bar caster sitting around, but I don't think that's the case. Should the arguments be different in the 2 files? So no, they're the same. Okay, so because the operator is different in these 2 files. So this is the tier 3, the next one. The goal here, what I'm trying to do is also a different function here. This is saying like if it's completed. So this check is saying if it's completed, if tier 2 is completed, then you can research tier 3. This is saying if you're already researching tier 2, if it's in progress. Wait, no. This is saying you can only research tier 2. You can use if tier 2 is not. If tier 2 in progress is 0. If it's not in progress. You could own a thrift store and call it Stranger Things. Why would I do that? I'm not sure. I think you're just saying Stranger Things, Rusty. I don't understand the joke there. You must be a big fan of the myth of Sisyphus. Why is that? Who is the myth of Sisyphus? I mean, like Sisyphusian. Like I know who Sisyphus is, but do you use 5-ply toilet paper? No, I use. Don't they come in like not magnitudes, not order, what, like 2? They come in, don't they come at like 2, 4, 6, 8 ply? Like I have no idea. Multiples of 2. Things previously owned by strangers. Stranger Things. Oh, Stranger's Things. Oh, I get. Okay. I really like that, Rusty. Yeah, multiples of 2. Or I'm guessing. Seeing you try and fit this round peg in a square hole. Why? What about this is a round peg? This like seems normal, right? Like if I. Actually, no, it doesn't seem normal, right? Because if I was researching upgrades to the quick. Okay, it actually has nothing to do with top bar, right? It was triggering twice even on 10 ply. Oh my god, I've never heard of 5-ply toilet paper, Jay, but I've heard of Stranger Things. Today I learned Rusty loves Stranger Things.
Conducting research. Conducting research.
Okay, wait. This is not casting twice.
Conducting research.
Oh wait, so no, it is specifically top bar. We did figure that out because when I added the ability to top bar, it was casting twice. No, it doesn't, but not for the reasons you're stating. What was that? Was that in response to the round peg in the square hole? This should work. Stranger Things take too long between seasons. It looks weird, so there's like super grad up between seasons. That's a fair point. I don't even remember what happens like in between each season. There's so much shit going on in this chat. Yeah. um it like all the things happening in chat encouraged my ADHD, my self-diagnosed undiagnosed ADHD. I don't actually know if I have ADHD or ADD. I don't know the difference between the two. Do I get rid of this? Why doesn't this do anything? I imagine it has to do with behind the scenes of how top bar is casting stuff, or maybe there's something. Let's take a look at let's compare this top bar guy with the BK lab. What was it called? Like the munitions factory or something? Munitions factory. I don't know if we can. This is probably fine. Look at the Riker version of it. Gameprint sometimes when programming helps to ask someone you don't know for their thoughts. It can be really helpful to see what a stranger thinks. You're absolutely right. It could also, I don't have a Stranger Things pun, but it could also be good to go and clear my head and get water and run ads, since we're out of pre-roll at this point. But I also want to not forget what I was looking at. I was trying to compare this research building with top bar. So there might be something that we're missing. Also, this is a faction, it looks like. Why does this is a faction, this is not a unit. But why? I guess the faction just has access to all abilities, and so quick macro, like I don't have to specify the abilities here. I want to look at a building though. Actually, no, we do want to. I mean, quick macro is how I press research. Well, it's different for. Okay, I do want to look at a building because that's going to imitate best what we're looking at. This is one of the BK labs. So it has the Q ability. Also, by the way, if you're curious, you do need this. If you're creating your own structure, you do need this Q ability to, even though you don't use it in the commands, it needs this Q data or ability, Q ability, to actually do research. build cost doesn't matter. None of this matters. Salvage. We don't care about the abilities here. Construction set effects. I mean, it's not. I don't think this matters whether it's. I don't even know what this means. Offensive, defensive. So do you find empty toilet paper rolls from other people's trash? Go to the nearest public restroom and roll up their toilet paper on your empty roll? Yeah. That's what I do, Jay. I knew it. Infinite toilet paper glitch. Free toilet paper hack. Offensive, defensive, effects. That shouldn't matter. Enable unit tech. Energy, expiration time. Flags. There could be something here. I mean, I guess we can make it. Well, I wonder if this will like make it so it shows up in our all army hotkey. So, I mean, I guess because if it's a structure, so it shouldn't. But I mean, this is one difference. We can always go back and undo if we don't want that. I just use the 3 seashells. Is that a thing? Do people use seashells and 3 of them? I should invent a toilet paper roll winder for it. Oh, then if it's 2-ply, you split into 1-ply so it lasts longer. Yep. Disguise it as a fishing pole and real. Nobody suspects anything. Nobody has any idea where all their toilet paper is going. I doubt movement has anything to do with it, but we could make the top bar a ground unit. I doubt that has anything to do with it. Oh, my posture, thank you. Ugh. Hence the nickname Dirty Hands. Oh, dang, this backstory is getting better and better. Hydration check from Rusty Shacky. I clicked the check mark for hydration check and I don't have any water to actually fulfill this. I will get water. I will hydrate, but I will also run an ad because I lied about running an ad earlier. But I think it'd be really cool. Not really cool, but it'd be really interesting if Jay goes to my Wikipedia and he has talking about all this backstory, right? We're gonna have like the lore for Game Friend on the Wikipedia. And Game Friend lives at a 7-Eleven, according to Matterino, and it's been rumored that he doesn't wash his hands and that he's rich and has all these car makes and models that I don't know, but Jay knows. and Jay is also game friend. Oh, we're making the page now. Okay, Trilla, thank you. All right, I'm gonna. Okay, so we're comparing the sound cooldown and this. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Ads and water. Jay. Was that tap water? Yes, sir. I had a thought about what I could do to solve this, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, I remember what it was. It's not the diamond infused one. I don't think diamond infused water would be that healthy. How do you know, Turlot? Don't we? The water companies, they put minerals in our in our water to give us the minerals that we need. I didn't read it out loud because yeah, Rusty. I hope you get back soon again, friend. Don't be a stranger. Things aren't the same without you. I thanked you personally with text. Sure it does. It's got what plants crave. Diamonds? Minerals? That's how his blood is so rich. It's not enriched. It's just my blood is riched. The thought that I had while I was in the bathroom was to get rid of all of these because I don't think it was triggering twice earlier today. And I think it happened after I added these, but I have no clue why. But I might have just been single clicking it. But I'll try that later. The first thing I want to try is, well, I still want to go through comparing these two things. The top bar caster. Blood diamonds. Oh, got you to say Stranger Things again. You did, sucker. Oh my god, Rusty Shacky's toxic. Gatorade, diamond Gatorade. That was a thought you had in the bathroom. Yeah, you don't think about like what you're working at, like when you go to the bathroom. Do you just like turn your brain? I try to turn my brain off sometimes. Holy, blood diamonds is where you get your money. Lots of extra brain capacity when you don't have to think about washing your hands. I think about washing my hands in the bathroom. I don't just think about it. I'll do you one better. I do that. I wash my hands. My god. So a couple other things we could do. We could add these snow tags. I have no idea why they would matter. I remember there was something else that we were doing where it did matter. It did matter the structure. Oh, it was the footprint. Well, that makes sense why it matters, though. It doesn't make sense why this is not research. Is there any precedent for any units that do any researching themselves? I guess the arc ship is a moving structure. It's not a unit. I mean, it's a unit structure, but it's not just a unit. So maybe unit structure, it could be something there. It'd be very strange, but that could be the reason why we're getting double triggers. Okay, none of this. I don't think the rest of this matters at all. All right, we're gonna run this and see if we solved anything at all. It's a productivity hack. Also saves on money and soap. Similar concept to game principle, paper saving trick. You should ask about it. There's a tomato leaf scented bar of soap for $70. Thank you, Jay. Jay was telling me some time ago on stream about, he'd asked me in chat, he's like, do you wash your hands with metal soap? And we went down this like, and this was like on Prime Day because Jay was spending all his money. He's spending all his rich money. I didn't solve anything. Spending all his money on soap. On Amazon, and he had asked, oh, whoa, wait, what did I do? Oh. And he was like, yeah, game friend, do you use metal soap? I was like, no, I don't. But now I know that that's a thing. Okay, so let's I would prefer to like, is it faster to like copy and paste it out, or is it faster to rename them all to text? Or should I ask Cursor to rename them all to text? No, that's not faster. I think it's faster to pull stuff out. But the thing is, right, is I need to change all the functions that are based on that are using the thing. Like these functions. Let me do this. Maybe we have something that's like causing it to happen twice. Wait, why does this exist in? Oh, is tier 2 upgrade a thing in the real game? Is that why this is showing up? Maybe that's why we're getting some funky behaviors that I don't think it, yeah, okay. Straight tier 2 upgrade doesn't exist. Duolingo's freaking out at me for intentionally breaking my streak. Feels like I'm suffocating him. That fucking owl. 368 days. Hoo, Jay says. Jay would say. What is data.json? Oh, I do know what this is. Okay, well, I see nothing wrong with this. So let's go ahead and remove all this. Anyway, how do I add a new folder? Not, do I have to go all the way to the top here? Wait, how do I add a new top level folder? Okay, no, I don't want it under ref. Okay, I guess I can have it under ref. It doesn't really matter. Tap. Okay, and then we're gonna get rid of tier 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll undo that. We'll have to remember to undo that. On the old man's money anyway. Okay, so there are 3 files we're gonna have to undo in. I think that's fine. It should still compile. What if you delete the unimportant files? And which one are those? Congrats on 1 year. Yeah, congrats. I feel like duo streak is more of occasion than motivation after a while. Yeah, I think Rusty was talking about it. It's his Spanish Duolingo. And didn't want to do it anymore, so then do it for 1 year. It's been a chore for most of it. Oh, it's still connecting twice. I think I was probably just clicking the button instead of using the hotkey for it. Okay, well, we'll just add everything back in. What is the least money you've ever heard of? What does that mean? What is the least money? Like zero? $0? 0 cents? Maybe a $35 trillion deficit? Is that What does this question mean? I was just testing out some triggers on one of the customers from the tournament. Just realized that they placed the starting locations too close to the Luminite mine. Oh my goodness. Tisk. Maybe this is what. Maybe. I mean, I don't think. I don't think I've noticed having like an abnormal amount of money on any of the maps, but they are like generally more macro. So maybe that's contributing. Didn't think you had heard of low money. Huh? Do you think Gamefriend has seen a coin, or does he only know of notes as money? I've heard of these things called coins. I don't even know what notes are. All I have is a credit card. How do I solve this issue? I spent maybe the entire stream looking at this. Like I definitely got more done. I have not gotten a lot done today, but I got more done today when I'm not streaming. So streaming is just, it's really just, I guess, to dick around. He has his butler carry his credit card. Yeah, I don't even touch that thing. I don't touch the credit card. Hmm. Okay, so here's what we know. We know it has to do with top bar, and it has to do with upgrades. It doesn't apply. It doesn't happen with the staged ability data. It doesn't happen with that. Maybe there's something in this ability. Maybe there's something here in this ability that stops you from casting it multiple times. Even though this says like repeatable false for everything, like I have it set for everybody. Maybe there's something in the ability itself that lets you repeat. Also, when I was saying I didn't get anything done, that wasn't me telling everybody to shut up. I was just, like I'm aware that if I start streaming, I'm not gonna be as productive. But alternatively, I could also be productive, like with Rusty saying that, like just like talking things out and kind of rubber ducking. I still remember the first time I met Game Friends lawyers. Really, I haven't met him. I don't even need to meet with them. I don't talk with them. You're my liaison to my own lawyers that may or may not exist. I suspect that repeating like only applies to ability data, and so research data just doesn't, it just doesn't understand, because this is a different like base type. So I don't know. I could just like, I could scrap the, I wish I had discovered this before I made 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I could scrap the upgrade data, right, and just make it an ability that can only trigger. Well, okay, so here's refresh. The ability. Can we add conditions on the ability? I guess it could be an ability that costs money, right? It could cost money. And it can cost money. And then we can have a requirement here, and we can say essentially what this is saying here. We can pass in a requirement. I somewhat wonder if, well, okay, this looks the same, right? We have commands here with the requirement and upgrade. And then if we look at refresh, we have commands with requirement, but there's no upgrade. So it is different. I mean, so we'll have the same button, right, with the same tooltip. It's just, and like the upgrade is essentially the same thing. It's just that it's an upgrade data. I don't really know if this has like any repercussions. If it's not an upgrade data, because really all I want to do is just increment a thing. Like I don't even know if it needs to be an upgrade. Oh, mic sounds different. I'm not sure. Okay, well, Rusty says it thinks it sounds the same. I'll watch the VOD after and see if it sounds different. Your personal assistant sent them. Video gamers, I'm gonna get some sleep. Okay, good night, Rusty Shacky. Thank you for popping in and talking about all these strange things happening around. But thank you. I'm probably gonna sleep soon too. I'm probably gonna get this to a place where I can commit and then go to sleep. If I can get it to a place where I can commit. It's like I have a lot of changes so far. I need to make a commit, but take your time, Alexander Hamilton. I had this right. I'll be the same, Alexander. Yeah, I don't really see any problem with just converting this from upgrade data to staged ability data. Like, I don't know what the benefit is in having it actually be research ability data. Okay, so in order to do that, we are going to let me pull up refresh to the on the right side. This is going to be our reference. We're going to convert tiering research to a staged ability data instead of research ability data. I wonder if maybe I should just make a copy of it. Let me make a copy of it. so I can kind of reference it. Because I think I want. Let me just go through this really quick. We don't need autocast. Well, yeah, doesn't matter for that. Charges 0, blah blah blah. The cooldown is going to be. I don't know if it matters if I change this, but let's just do that. Scope, player, cost, power, resources. This should cost 5. The requirement should be this one. And I wonder if this works, because I think for the other things, I think no is not the. I think it, like. We'll just. It's fine. I'm just gonna assume that requirement works like that. The other thing I'm trying to figure out is I don't know if this should be. Should I have a different staged ability for every research, or should I add multiple commands? If I add multiple commands here, I don't know if I can differentiate, like, because I don't know how I don't know if this name refers to what the name of the ability is. So like when I am so when I am looking here, right? When I'm looking at when an ability is used, because I'm going to switch this over to switch it over to ability used instead of player researches upgrade. Isn't there supposed to be a conditions chunk here? What? So we have events. Am I missing it in this? Maybe I deleted it. I guess maybe I missed it. Trying to think how I would check this. So if the unit uses an ability, I'd want to know what the ability is. Can I say like triggering ability? This gets the triggering ability, but then I don't know if that's accessible by ID. I'm using this somewhere else, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm using it right here actually. And I don't think there's any way to get the lower of this. Like if I put 1 through, if I put tier 2 through 6 here, I don't think I can get the command. So I think I'm gonna make 6 upgrades, upgrade commands, to replace these, I guess. I'm marching home. Your boy. Home. Saw the boy. Boy, watching home. Your vibes there, people. I don't think I need this anymore because it's gonna be part of the ability casted. Tunnel, secret tunnel through the mountain. Secret, 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 secret tunnel. There, people. River. Tunnel, secret tunnel through the mountain. Secret, 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 secret tunnel. Tunnel, secret, secret tunnel, tunnel. Out of Arabia, in this song, they came after me, masterful deceit. Kicked in my teeth. Had our meat. I know it he can't be believed. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty. Whoa. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty. Oh, toss a coin to your witcher, magic. It's a coin to your witcher. Oh my goodness. T14916. Good morning or good evening, 11:55 p.m. I'm telling your boss you up. Why are you telling my boss that? And then why is that a problem? Like why would my boss have any like why would what interest why would that interest my boss in any way, either negatively, positively? I think it would just negatively. We live in an authoritarian communist state of California. How do you know that? I'm kidding. Uh, what does that have to do with telling my boss? Are you, what are you talking about? What is the relation to? I don't know. I'm trying to get you canceled. Oh. That was how incredible. Thank you, thank you, T1. Okay, so uh I'm gonna just delete this part. T1's winking at me. Crazy guy. So I deleted that. We have the tier 2 upgrade button. It's the same thing. It's this requirement learn that I'm concerned about. This is all I think good though. I think this should all compile. This needs to match. It now needs to match the ability trigger. So this may be the one benefit of upgrades, is that the requirement stuff is already done for us. I mean, I guess these things it should work the same, right? It should just be calling a function. I mean, it would no longer be something in queue. It would instead be like ability used or something. I wonder if we can. See, I can change this to be that the upgrade, I can change this to be like the requirement is that tier is 1, but I'm not certain that this trigger, I'm not certain that this trigger that changes the tier to 2 will happen immediately after we cast the ability. But it won't be repeatable, so it should cast close enough to immediately. So I think what we can do here is just it's not going to be a literal, but the question is, how do we get a requirement to actually, I mean, it might be a literal. How do we get this? How do we get left to point towards a global variable? I mean, eventually it's not going to be a global variable, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So I guess we want to look through this to figure out what can we put in for a node. We can do function calls. I want it to be a variable. So literals are non-function calls. So I think it might be still a literal. It's just that the type is a global variable. We can just try that. I think it would probably fastest to just try it. Is this the right? Yeah, choo-choo upgrade learn. So left is going to be it's just gonna be this, I think. And then the type is going to be global variable. Specifically, it's going to be this, like value is title. It's not going to be equal to 0. It's going to be equal to 1. And then we can get rid of the logical part here, because we don't need more, or we don't need the second and. So I think we can just get rid of a little bit confused, like why. So there's the left, and then there's right. Oh, we already have the left and the right inside of here, so we can get rid of where's the check part of this? Or maybe that's why this wasn't working. Maybe we're missing part. Oh no, don't tell me that this was all working and it was just because we were missing a layer on the requirement and there wasn't actually a requirement going through. Oh, no? Okay. Can't show root. So why, I guess can use is a check here. One of the things we didn't try. A little upset. Why didn't I try setting this to also count in queue? That's okay. I don't. It might not have worked anyway, even if it had occurred to me to try it. So I'm trying to figure out how do I extract this. So we have left and right, and we type bool. I wonder if it could be, if a requirement can be anything other than bool. Why does it specify bool? But regardless, we're gonna go up one level and do that. Does that make sense? Do we have multiple bools at the bottom here? Type bool, 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 yeah. I think this is valid. So we can only use this if, so it'll show if it's 1. We can only go to tier 2 if we're currently on tier 1. Okay, I think that this makes sense. Let's see if this compiles. And this is the requirement for that upgrade. I didn't think it was going to compile. It'd be too good. I made a ton of changes. I think I probably need to rebuild the file because I because I deleted a whole bunch of files. I don't actually see it in the runtime. Oh, I do see it. It was last built at 11:24. It didn't work. I was hoping that was the issue, but I guess not. Oh, I didn't change this ability. So this should now be tier 2 upgrade. And there is only one command here. It's just command 0. It's the button. That might be it. Do you hear the people singing the songs of angry men? It didn't work. I don't think we need this anymore. We don't need the production queue. It's just casting 2 abilities. This essentially says, you know, if the top bar casts an ability, then we check is the ability the tier 2 upgrade ability, and it is. And if it is, then we set it to tier 2. I think that sounds reasonable. There might be some issue with the requirement here. Let's change this back. Let's change this back to, I think it was like no reference or no requirement. And cups of coffee. The 25,600 minutes. How do you measure about Okay, this is kind of working. It's not repeatable, but the requirement thing is the difficult part that we are trying to solve now before going to sleep. So we need to understand how the requirement's actually built. So we need to look at I think we need to look at the file for, so there's requirement learn and there's requirement halves that exist out in the current here as references that we can use. I suspect that, wait, where is it? Where's, oh, it is this file. Let's look at what an argent, well, let's look at how this actually gets used. Oh, this requirement just kind of exists. Let's look at a different one then. Let's stasis field. That one's a good one. No, it's not, because it's not getting used anywhere. I'm trying to find where this requirement here is like filled in. I'm trying to find one that's like an ability instead of, well, I guess this is an ability, right? This is just a spawn ability. I imagine maybe literal global variable does not work. It probably has to be like It probably has to be function call or something. Like it probably has to. The node has to be something else. Yeah, I mean, I suspect. I mean, because the type here should actually be an integer. I think. Because we have literal count equals 1. I think the count should be. Oh, I don't know. I'm confused why we have name type and then we have argument, but it's another type of unit data. Very confusing. Oh, because archetype was the archetype. Okay, I see. So archetype was the parameter for this function is unit archetype. It's saying like, is the effect target? Well, this is also a validator. It's not a requirement, but I think this is also gonna kind of inform how this syntax works. So this is root. Root, I think, is just, there's a left and right that can contain, or a root can contain left and right. I can't figure out how to reference a variable in requirements. I'm trying to think if I could maybe look at Stormgates to see how do they reference what tier we should be at. Say yes, cause I need to know. Until the day I die of luck, my friend. So still love, why you gotta be so rude? So this is the global variable. It is an index, just like what we're doing here for tier. It's an index, integer 0. So now I'm trying to figure out, do we use current Stormgate index in any requirements, or is it just as a variable? I think we're only using it as a variable. We don't use it anywhere in the requirements, it seems like. I really need to go to sleep like an hour ago. But I don't understand why. How do we get this requirements to work? I'm gonna take your advice, sir. Good night. I wasn't giving any advice. You have to stay up all night with me. Where are you going? Get back here. I'm kidding. Good night. Good night. Can I sleep for 5 gifted? No! You can sleep for free! I think, is there another way that I can have this variable work? Like, is there another function that says, has this ability ever been triggered? Don't make me give you 5 gifted, greedy streamer, sir. Crazy guy. Oh, there's a function for ability command. Wait, no, that's not useful. Or I mean, not for what I was thinking. Create ability command. That's interesting. I don't know what that. Oh, this is executing in order. Maybe I don't know. I think that is executing in order. All right. Good night, 07. Good night. Good night, 07. This seems interesting. Get issued ability command. No. Wait, where was the file that I was looking at? What was I looking at? Oh, I was looking at the triggers. So none of the triggers use expression API. I was hoping that maybe there's an expression API here that that triggers off of no wait, this is trigger actions. What happened to expression API? I was hoping there's one here that like gets the triggering ability. But I mean, this is a requirement, right? The one with the there was one with like the headshot one. It was saying like boom headshot count or something. There was like a variable for it, but it wasn't a global variable, which is why I dismissed it. But maybe we have to use, or maybe it might even be better to not use a global variable for tier and use a local variable. Oh, the stored killed unit count. So it's get effect stored value. That doesn't really help because it's not a local variable. It's like just. Well, I mean, I guess I am curious how this works. What does it do? Effect parent name key. I guess this is like it's like a local variable. So I guess one way we could do it, right, is we could have a game effect. We could cast game effect, which would cast this. It would just increment by 1 this variable. And then we can also do, then like in the requirement, we can say, okay, get that value. I think the trouble is though, because I still need to be able to use the tier value outside. Outside of the requirements in the validator. So I'd have to understand how this function actually works. And I don't understand how this first parameter works. Because it says name effect parent. And so this is the origin of the effect parent. Like, I guess whoever initiated the effect, which in our case would be the top bar unit. Yeah, I don't know how I would use this, or how I would get the affected store value, get effect stored value. So I really just need a way to reference the global variable in this requirement here. Is there another way that I can restrict this ability? Like, the intention here is for it to be via upgrades, right? But the issue with our upgrade thing, the issue with that is that we were getting multiple of them. I'm tempted to just write a to do and then go to sleep. Because I really need to sleep. I need to shower still. This player attribute value is interesting, but I don't know how to set it. There doesn't appear to be any way to set the attribute value. We might be able to use... No, because we can't... I don't know. We can't set... I don't know how we interact with these values. Like, we can get all these values, but we can't set anything. I wonder if we just make this function call instead of literal, and if it just will call, if it'll just get the variable. That doesn't really make sense. That doesn't make sense. I mean, because function call has to have, it looks like it executes some code. So that's what I was thinking, like, oh, maybe I can just execute the variable name, but that doesn't really make sense. My current line of thinking here is if I can add it to the blackboard, I can then, how do I read from the blackboard? There's add value, clear, copy, remove, set. How do I read from the blackboard? Get blackboard of player. And then I want to get the value. I don't know. Is a global variable an archetype? I suppose it is. I'm confused how this works because as a function, we need to pass in the blackboard, but if we're calling the blackboard function, I guess it needs to be called on a blackboard, and so maybe this is not going to work because I think expression API, these are just functions that you can call. But this blackboard, I think, has to be called on an entity. So I don't think I can just call a function like this. Which means that I think I'm too tired to continue thinking. I can change that back to text. And change this back to no, I want this to be no ref, but I don't know what it is. No requirement, not no ref. So I think that this should compile, and I think I might leave it like that. I might need to delete the thing and get it to rebuild because no, okay, never mind. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Okay, so I mean this kind of exists. It's just that the requirements for this ability are not working. And I can't get it to... I'm trying to think, is there any other way that I can get rid of the ability? No, I think the only way I can get rid of the ability is to use requirements, because that's how the upgrades work. Upgrades are using requirements. I just don't understand how. Just don't understand how to format this requirement in a way that, like, I don't know how to access the variable here. That's really the root issue. Are there other ways? I think what's really weird is just that it's a different syntax, right? For this, like, there's like this root and can show, and I just don't know what the syntax is supposed to be. But here, no, here's where we're using global variables, right? We are doing, we're setting variable. We're setting this global variable, or it's a type variable. Maybe the type should be variable. I guess I just don't really understand what literal is versus anything else. Because, like, okay, node could be literal or it could be function call. If it is a literal, then it's usually referring to an archetype of type something. And so maybe it has to be, maybe it just has to be variable. But so here it is a literal and it has some sort of type and has the archetype. But it's just like the type is different. It's like it's count here instead of integer or something like that. So it's just that the syntax does not make sense to me, and I don't know how to figure it out. Is there anything here about requirements? Like, what is the requirement data structure? We might be able to, okay, this might be like really dumb, but what we can do is, so the ability, when it's casted, instead of setting, well, actually, in addition to setting that global variable to 2, what we can do is we can then set the upgrade. We can add to the tech tree. I don't really know how this works, but I think maybe we can set something. Oh, remove ability. Maybe we can remove. Maybe we can say, hey, can't use tier 2 anymore. Okay, I think we can really quickly do that. So no requirement is actually fine. This can remain as JSON, or sorry, I meant to bet this to text. We can essentially remove that. Probably gonna remove that. The tier 2 upgrade. So this trigger is going to, in addition to setting the variable, is a green, red roses too. Me and you, think to myself, what a wonderful world. Okay, so the first parameter here, I think there are 3 parameters, it looks like. The first one is the player's tech will be changed. By default, it's just player 1. And that's okay for now. We probably want to change it. I think maybe I'm going to put in player 1 as a variable here. See, sky. This is going to be the, where's the ID? This is the ability data that we are disabling. And then we want to do the disabling. Let's check the ID is going to be state. I'll say it anyway. I ain't telling you. I in a way. Okay, take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone the day I. Oh, it works! Holy shit! It's time to go to sleep. I'm not even gonna commit this. I'll commit it tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. We're gonna raid into Korean Bob if he's still streaming. Is he still streaming? Is Big KR Bob on me? Take on me, take me on. I'll be on a day or two. All right, we're in a great place for this game. Kind of, not really. I mean, we're still got a lot to do, but I'm glad that I'm glad I made it to a spot that's functioning. And we made progress. We made progress today. That's all that we can really ask for, right? Okay, cool. Thank you all for watching. I'll definitely continue working on the map. I don't know if I just ate the mic by accident. Definitely continue working on the map. Don't know if I will stream it though. Maybe partially stream. Maybe I'll work on it a bunch offline and then I'll stream the last like hour or two. Or maybe I'll just get better at ignoring chat. Cause like I wanna like kind of document. I want to know how long I'm spending on this. I have no idea how many hours I spent on this. But we are on day 22 is the title, yeah. And I have not quite worked on it every day, but something close to that. But anyways, thank you all. Sayonara. Good night. Bye. Good night. Have fun. Good luck. Have fun. Thank you.